Good morning, everyone. It is Monday Fun Day. Not sure if a lot of y'all work regular Monday through Friday shifts, but if you do, I feel for you today because you've had a nice weekend and got to go back to work now. So there's always that. It's really feels like my Wednesday on other people's Mondays, so it's kind of like my hump day. Giggity. Um, Hope y'all are starting out the day well, though. I myself kind of feel a little relaxed and caught up. Today should be the first day I can actually start thinking about posting some knives and doing some deals. I've been in the works and taking care of Mr. TC's son Jed with some knives. Taking care of Sever 7 and Mr. Pete and Ed. So that this week I hope to tackle all that stuff. So that'll be good. Which kind of brings me around to what I carried last night and what's sitting on the table. The three knives on the left are part of the knives that are up for sale. Out of the 22 I originally picked. The other two are two that are laying around. Good morning, Scott. That I just had laying around here that haven't gone in a case yet. The Tucson needs to go in the Tucson case, and the DEFCON needs to go somewhere. It's the only DEFCON I've got, so it doesn't really matter where it goes. And then the box in the middle is the 1.3 millimeter hex wrenches that I bought for the knife that was in my front pocket last night again, which is this. So those wrenches in there adjust the little set screws in those two pins. So I had some little bits, but they're not the easiest. The placement of those pins, you have to have something. These will work better, is all I'm saying. The bits, when you use a bit holder, you can't really get in there at the right angle. So I looked at what bit it was, and I ordered some just to have and maybe send to somebody who's got the knife that needs one. So they are just Allen key wrenches with the L, so you can get in there pretty flush. I don't know what's up with this edge here. But yeah, it's just a pack of 5, I believe. Little hex keys that are the right size. I got those. Good morning, Be Shady. Then this is a random Victorinox that I got. It's the only one I've had. I've had it for a while. I want to buy replacement toothpick and tweezers for this because they're missing, of course, like they always get missing. I've had this forever. I don't even know how to get to the battery in the watch, but I think I found this one time a long time ago. So I forgot to mention it. But yeah, these little hex keys go for that. And then in my back pocket, I had a Rook knife. But I had 2 knives that I anodized. I anodized this Rook when I got it. It came plain tie. And I did this blue on it, and then I sanded the flat so it has kind of stripes on those edges. I don't know if you can see it in certain angles. You'll be able to see that they're silver. So both sides I sanded the flat so those edges, you can see it right there by the pivot. But those edges are all kind of striped a little. But this knife is super nice. It's a 154 cm blade steel. It's one of the higher quality Rooks, I guess, which is owned by Sanrenmu, I believe, or SRM. The action on it's great too. And it's a great little smaller knife, little back pocket knife, or it's a 3-finger grip for sure, but you can get up here and get 4 fingers on it. You couldn't find this Rook? Yeah, it probably is discontinued. The 154 CM, I know White Mountains Knife, I believe, is sold out of them for sure. Don't remember where I bought this one. If I bought it, I think I bought it brand new. But it's got great ergos for the thumb studs, for reverse flick, regular flick, front flipper's good. The action's buttery on it. It closes easy. I like the aggressive back spacer that kind of sticks out. I like the total looks of it. It made a good knife to go along with this one last night. They're both kind of milled, and I anodized both of them, so there's that. And like I said, these three right here are part of the ones for sale. This is a Fox Knives Core, Jesper Vox Knives. Never been used. Got it with my monthly Knife Club Onyx subscription. Then this is a Concept Bulldozer. That I bought in a bundle deal that I just never have carried. And then this is the Kaiser Doberman, which is a different kind of knife. It's black on black, and I don't like black on black knives that much, so I thought I'd pass it on. It's got that butter Kaiser action like all of them, it just wants to drop. The reverse flip on it is nice too. So that's those three. That's why they're out. And then, man, I'm telling you, this little light 1.9 ounce Defcon knife, pretty cool. Super light, super great crossbar, and the lockup is so solid. Like, that impresses me more than just about anything. Morning, TC Blade, sir. I just mentioned you and Jed a minute ago, talking about I'm finally caught up and I can get to some stuff I've been meaning to get to, and Jed was one of them. So this week I should be able to work something out with getting him some new knives, which would be cool. Like to see a video again of him opening them. That'd be awesome. Morning, Mr. Nick. Rook is Coast flashlights. I don't understand what that meant, drummer. Is that who owns Rook now? Is that what you're saying? Could have sworn it was owned by SRM, but definitely could be wrong about that. And companies sell. Cool thing about this knife, the Bulldozer, is you can get enough. If you've got dry skin, you can just get your finger on it and open it without using a front flipper if you want to. Fox is pretty similar to a lot of Jesper Vox knives and the style of it. I like his clean lines on his style too. So that's what I got on the table this morning for some reason. Get them laid out here a little more centered, where I just updated all my thumbnails on the last few videos. And good morning, Mr. Sever7. I went to my YouTube and kind of was trying to do a little update on it. Had to update my playlists, of course, and had to update some thumbnails. So that's what I was doing right before the video. I got all the ones added to the Blade Talk Daily playlist. Whoops, sorry. I got all the episodes added to that playlist up to yesterday, 66. So yeah, got that updated. So that's cool. Let's see. I did have a few things. Oh yeah, if y'all like watching travel videos, there's a guy named Sabbatical that y'all ought to check out. He's a really cool guy. He's from New York, and he does the travel around, tell you about the places he travels, and he travels a bunch of cool places. Bald and Bankrupt and Harold Balder are two more. There's another guy named Seal. But I enjoy watching travel videos, guys going around, and Sabbatical's one of the best ones. His name's Tommy. He's got 750,000 subscribers. Yeah, Mr. Gaming Sandals. Glad you're feeling better. Hopped in here with us. I did have a few links of some new knives I wanted to go over, but first I want to show y'all this. Thought y'all might get a kick out of this. So this is the new Boston Dynamics video that they just released. Yeah, Outdoor Boys is cool. But check out this new Boston Dynamics video. Thought y'all might get a kick out of that. Pretty wild. And then, whoops, I don't know what happened. Yeah, it'll be twerking soon enough, Gaming Sandals. You're right. So, I had some new knives that I thought were interesting. Starting with the Sage 6 button lock. So, looks like Spyderco has taken the modding scene where they made the button actuated liner locks you could do through a mod, and they've started offering that. So that's on pre-order right now, which is pretty cool. I think the placement of it looks good too for the button. Yes, sir. Sever 7, I sure can. Definitely. Heck, you can hop in now if you want to. Let me get Skype opened up. Yeah, it's a liner button lock, Gaming Sandals. It's got the same, pretty much the same lock as it had. They just don't have. Yeah, I like how low the placement is too. It looks like it would hit your thumb good, like your thumb would be able to get to it real easy. Let me get Skype open, Sever. And I'll shoot you the link over to Discord chat. Meet now. Host a meeting. Starting in May, Skype will no longer be available. You'll have to use Teams. So we'll have to switch over to Teams, which hopefully they have the NDI stuff I was talking about yesterday linked up to Teams correctly. Shouldn't be an issue. Alright, Sever, the link's coming at you in a Discord chat. So, yep, join whenever you want to. While he's joining, I will show a couple more new knives that I wanted to talk about, or at least look at. Civivi has a few new ones on pre-order. I usually not a fan of holes and stuff, but I kind of like the patterning on this one. So I thought that would be cool. Uh, Fuchs, good morning, sir. Yeah, I remember that jam. I went to a Run DMC Beastie Boys concert, Be Shady, when I was 12. Beastie Boys were opening for Run DMC. It was the Tougher Than Leather tour, and I went to see them. They had just come out with License to Ill, and I went to that concert by myself when I was 12. Pretty cool. Guess I had a cool mother too. Uh, Pretty wild. Let's see. But what do y'all think of that Civivi? I like the skeletonized pattern on it. um, let's see what's next. There was a few Civivis. They have a new 6 gill. They offer it in a few different versions, including the Guborsha wood or whatever it is. I like that wood they use with the Damascus. Um, Seems like a reasonably priced crossbar lock. 3.4-inch blade, so kind of like the blade shape on that one too. All right, yeah, Civivi's got another one on pre-order that's called. Oh no, that it was a different version. Now, this is pretty crazy because, of course, Riot has a new T1000 version 2 with the frame lock / button lock, and they don't have any images of it yet. So I decided I would go to the Riot site and see if they did. And the images they've got, it's got M390 steel. I was curious about how they. Yep, I hear you, man. Can you hear me? I'm still on the stream, so hold on just a second. Let me finish talking. I don't see your video yet either, so. Or were you just gonna be talking? Uh, oh, okay. Well, hold on just a second. Let me finish up what I was saying. You just jumped in the call, and I didn't even know you were there. But so I went to the Riot website and to see if they had pictures of it, and they have some of the worst pictures I've ever seen of a knife. Like, check out these pictures they posted of this new knife. Like, it looks like they posted the thumbnail pics or some kind of little tiny pic to be the main pic, and they look terrible, pixelated and all squashed. Like the aspect ratio is all wrong on it, but at least we get to kind of see where the button is on it, and it's probably going to be a sweet looking knife when they get the proportions actually right on the picture. So I emailed them and told them that they need to fix that. But the T1000 is an awesome knife. They got a V2, and it says now in stock on their page, but it says coming soon on the Blade HQ. It says pre-order, so I guess it is pretty like brand new. It's 9 inches long overall with a 3.75-inch blade, so it's a chunker. But that blade grind looks awesome, and it's Riot, so you know it's gonna be awesome. Probably worth $500 because if Riot charges $500, it would be $1,000 to some U.S. brand. So anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna bring Sever's audio over if I can. Let me see. Let me figure this out. Properties. There it is, Derek.
Hello?
Skype. Yep, you should be on now.
Can you guys in the chat hear me?
They should be able to. I'm gonna put you like tiny up in the corner since you're just audio. Uh, they should be able to hear you for sure.
Okay.
I got my I got my my OBS settings down just about. so I'm pretty confident they can hear you.
Roger. So, yeah, the reason I wanted to jump on was yesterday I got to go over to um, Mo Patty EDC, and it's basically Bill and Patty. They're in almost every live stream,
Okay.
and they have. I don't. If you could throw the name of a Grail out there, that's anywhere from, $500 to $1,500, they probably have it. So
Right.
since a lot of us collect clones, I made sure to focus on checking the real thing versus the clone. So I just wanted to run through that really quick so people had a pretty good idea. But also action in some of the more expensive knives in general. So, oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So you went over to their place and like actually got to hold all their knives,
Yeah.
and so you made sure to like check knives that you had felt that were clones to see how the real ones compared.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So go ahead.
So the Lamia is almost identical. Like
Okay.
one for one, it felt the same. Action was, I would say, within like 98% of one another. So if you get a clone Lamia, you're essentially, as far as feel and action go, getting the same experience. And
Okay.
then as far as the Rosie, I've had about five Jewful Rosies. And the ones that have the slightly lighter detent and that are slightly more drop shutty, those feel like the real thing. Any of them that
Yeah.
are kind of stiff, they don't feel like because the real thing isn't stiff at all. But
Yeah.
you can get your Rosie with, I mean, I would say within 90%, as long as the one you have is like a slight shake shut and the
Yeah.
deployment is fairly easy. Like,
Yeah. I
you
think.
flip it out, it gives a little click.
Yeah, I think my buddy Buckaroo Bonsai, he had a real one, and I think he bought a clone, and he said that it was about 90% of the knife for about 10% of the price. So
100%. Yeah, I 100% agree. So Lamia is good. Rosie's good. Now, the Rosie I have, I did have to tune. So you might have to tune yours a little bit, but you can get the Rosie within about 90% of the real thing.
yeah.
The duck and the duckling. Um, so I've got two of the duck clones, and they're some of my favorite clones. I think they're amazing, but there was
Right.
a noticeable difference in quality between the duck and the actual Utzler
Yeah.
duck.
Yeah.
It's not bad to good. It's like excellent for the clone to holy shit amazing for the real one. And
Yeah.
then what else was
Yeah.
there? What are
The
some other
duckling.
clones?
The duckling was one of the ones I want to feel the real one. So what about any of the factors? The winter blades.
So they had every factor, or they had every winter blade. I haven't handled any of the clones, but I can say that just in general, the winter blades have pretty good snappy action. A few of them had a ting, but they weren't overly impressive. So
Yeah.
I can't imagine the clones are going to be too far off. What's the brown knife that just came out?
The Cortex.
The Cortex. So they had a few different Cortexes. I haven't handled the clone yet, but that action blew me away on the open and the close.
Yeah.
They had the Holt Morpheus, Holt Haptic. I know there's not clones out for that right now, but the action was incredible on those.
I mean,
Um,
there are clones of it, but not available right now. But
yeah, well, and I actually had a clone of the Holt, and the action on it was really good, but there's noticeable difference
yeah, I've got
with the.
A Hilberg haptic, and it's pretty dang nice. Like Hilberg does a great job on, or did a great job. Sorry.
I don't think mine was a Hilberg. I think mine was maybe a Lemifshi.
Yeah, I didn't even. I'm not sure the other ones. What about like the Spectre? Did they have a Spectre? Did you handle
Yes,
it?
Yeah, they did have a Spectre. They also had this. All of the brown knives were unbelievable. I'll just say that. The only one I didn't care for was the one that has the compression, uh, like the top liner lock, kind of like what Vosteed has, except they have the button on the other side.
Right.
That one was okay. The Sonora, they had an old Sonora and a new Sonora. Uh, the new Sonora is just as smooth as the old one. It's just snappier detent. But overall, I wasn't too impressed with the Sonora's action. And then I got to handle a Hypercut Biku. Um, that's a $1,200 knife. Absolutely fantastic. Blew me away. And the last one is the Hog House Model T Gen 2. And I love that knife, but the flipper action was a little disappointing.
Yes, I was going to ask if they had any Hog House because that's another one I've been wanting to get. That's one of my grails.
Yeah, the for me, I like the Valley, but the Model T Gen 2 is definitely going to be one of mine. Oh, they also had the Hawk. Um,
The Deadlock.
no, it's the one they did with Serge Panchenko. It's the newest one. It's kind of like the
Oh,
Rook.
I
Or
thought you
no,
meant
it's
the out
the
the front.
Talon. I
The
think
Talon.
I think it's called the Talon, Hawk Talon. But that's got the best detent I've ever felt on anything because of how smooth and clicky it is. But yeah, so that's essentially how the clones compare. I was very surprised with, how good the clones are compared
What
to the
about the
actual.
McNees? Because
Oh
I've
yeah,
had
they
people
did.
tell me the McNees were about equal too. Like they were. It was no point in paying the extra money. Like
100%. I totally flaked that. Yeah, they had a few McNees. They had the 3.5 and the 3. And yeah, that felt almost identical.
did you
Like,
did holding the three make you still want one?
yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and we can still
Yeah.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um
I'm finally caught up enough now that I can start thinking about that this week about you and TC and Pete and listing some knives and all that. So I feel caught up. So that's good. So we'll
yep.
get that figured out. I was trying to think if I out of my case, I've got my case right here. I was going to ask about a couple more. The let's see, the McNees, the yeah, I guess that's the majority of them. Did they have? Did you hold any in, integrals or integrals that you really liked, or
So they had some integrals, but they were like local to St. Louis makers
okay?
that just made some one-offs. Oh, I did get to hold. They have every YouTuber knife. So you guys have probably handled those, but it was like the Tri-Stash, the Excalibur, um, one of them that Neves made. I think the
Yeah,
Misdemeanor.
yeah, the
Um,
misdemeanor.
yeah, that's the thin one, I think, but it had a really nice ting to it.
Yeah.
Excalibur felt fantastic. I mean, yeah,
What?
overall, it was well, and oh, yeah, they had an HMC Transient too.
Oh, did
Holy
they?
cow!
Yeah,
So
yeah.
once again, I haven't handled the clone, but the Transient felt really nice. It had a good snappy detent, and from what I've seen with the videos of the Transient from Jufool, it, I mean, just listening to it and looking at him flip it, it looks it looks pretty damn close. Like if I got a hold of the clone, I would expect it to feel like the real thing.
Did they have a uh Shamwari?
No.
Okay.
Well, to be
Like,
fair, they didn't let me into the safe.
yeah.
These are the
Oh,
knives
yeah.
that they just have laying around.
Yeah. There's a Shamwari on the screen now, and there's the what about a Rask? So there's the haptic next to the Shamwari, and what about a Rask?
They did have a Rask. it's hard to keep track though because they had like every single brown knife that you can have, and some of the models look a little similar. Like there's the one with the lion on it, but they were all kind of hydraulic flippers. But I can say the only
what about
brown knife.
the Norseman? Did you hold a Norseman?
No, they didn't. Well, not that I saw. They didn't have a Norseman.
Okay. I'm looking through some. That's why I'm asking you. What about some of the? Did they have any of the Shirogorovs?
No Shiros, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, those are super pricey.
I'm trying to think too because it was a lot of knives that.
What about any like the FC, like the like any of the Laconico stuff?
No Laconicos.
All right. I'm pulling a bunch out of my. I'm looking at. Did they have a Squirrel Master?
All
right. What about Emerson?
I don't think so.
I mean, or a Halsey. Whatever this is.
No Harsies. Yeah. But that kind of surprised me because they have a lot of American-made stuff, and I was thinking, I was like, where's the Harsie at?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was wondering about that. And then, what about any of the Marfione stuff? Like the Microtex, did they have any? Did you see any of the Gen 3s or anything? Or
no, they had some ProTech out the sides and some Kershaw out the sides, but they didn't have any Microtex other than the MSI with aluminum scales, which was absolutely badass.
Ron Crow, that's Sever 7. They're asking who. What about the EMP EDC?
They did have one. I didn't handle it though.
All right.
It was like they basically laid out like 300 knives and just said, "Go ahead."
Right. And then the Vero, like, did you handle any of the Veros?
Well, I've handled almost all the Veros on my own, but they didn't have any Veros.
All right. I'm just going through and asking because whatever.
No, you're fine. There was a lot, like I said, and I handled a few hundred knives yesterday. So, I just, they did have a Protean. Oh my God.
Yeah, the Protean's nice, isn't it?
Wow. Mm-hmm. So good. What's up, Knives Alive?
Yeah, that's that's on my grill list too.
Yeah, my takeaways were the
Protean. I almost bought one last week. But I didn't want to pay $700. Like,
so I picked one up. I had to sell it, unfortunately. Like my biggest regret. But I had bills to pay. But yeah, the Protean, the Duck and Duckling, the Hypercut Biku, and the Hog House Model T Gen 2. Those were the ones that I'm like, all right, these are all on the list.
Right. Well, cool, man. Appreciate you giving that insight.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's really all I had. I just wanted, that was too much to type, and I just wanted to give some people faith. Like if you get the clone, this is kind of what you can expect, type of thing. So
yeah, and there's a few in here that don't deal with clones, but that's all right too. Whatever.
We have about 30 days on the Jewfool Duck and Duckling.
Yeah, and I think Still Addicted just said that there's a new version of the Jewfool Rosie maybe today.
Really? Like a version 3? Or would it be their version 2?
Yeah, I think he's doing or he said something about it. Maybe it's an XL. I don't know. Maybe he'll respond back in chat. He asked if I saw it. Or he said you saw, and I'm not sure if he was talking about there's a new one today or something. I could go look real quick, but anyway, I guess I'll take the mic back over and. Yep.
Yeah, for sure, man. Appreciate you letting me up. Thanks, brother.
No problem. See you. Silver Surfer, regular Rosie. So he just released it today. Is that what you said? Let me go see if I can find that real quick. let's see. If anybody else ever wants to pop up and talk on Skype, you're welcome to join me. There's a lot of times where we have to just kind of go through and talk about it. Let's see. No. Where is it? Golf putter. Oh, so okay, he's got the. I'm guessing he's talking about the zigzag pattern. Are you talking about the zigzag pattern? Are you talking about this one? With the zigzag? The same pattern that Lemifshi released, I believe. I think that's different. I just ordered all four of. I ordered all four of those, and I guess I don't think I have that pattern from the Silver Surfer. Okay. I thought it was. So that's cool. If you want the thinner one, I like the thicker ones myself, so I'm gonna stick with the Lemifshi for right now. But because I've already got all these other four, the plain Jane, the dark gray, the blue, and the skeleton. So the Mech Force. Is that one of the ones he doesn't have pictures of? Because I don't think I've seen it. Is it one of the ones he's got like the green pictures of? Or is it not out yet? Or the Shamwari is an awesome knife. Yeah, my Skelly was had the best action of any of them. Yeah, I've got a few Shamwaris. I've got one for sale. It's a lightning anode Hilberg Shamwari, but the one I showed a minute ago is a Hilberg also, and you can tell because they've got the real pivot, the big giant pivots. The cheaper ones have I've got one of them too somewhere. They have the Torx hole in the middle. But this is the plain Jane one. I've got another one just like this, in M390, but it's got a lightning anode textured scales that I'm gonna be selling. But it's a Hilberg, and I don't think you want to clone, but it's the best clone you can possibly buy. They have a 3-inch and a 3.5 inch. This is the bigger one, but you can buy. I think I've got, when I went through my stuff, I don't believe I ran across. In fact, I don't know where I put that. In fact, I left it in the bag. I remember, I think one of these trash bags has got some of the padded cases that still have knives in them. But yes, they do make a 3-inch and a 3. It's like a 3.4, I believe, is this bigger one. All right, let's check this link out. Oh yeah. The Apocalypse. Yeah, I was so close. I had it in the cart. It's probably still in my cart. And I asked people on Reddit if they had one and what they thought of it. Because I like the blade shape and I like the frag. I'm not opposed to frag. But I just never grabbed one. It's been out for a while. Been out for 3 or 4 months. I just never did get one. Yeah, it does have a fuller, but they can't show fullers because they're illegal in China. So a lot of times when you see these knives, you need to message them and ask them for real pics. And the way you do that is you just scroll down to the store name, and right beside the store name, it has a message box right here. And you just hit that, and then just type, just literally type, can I see some real pics? Let me see if I can get signed in. I don't know my password, but maybe I can guess. Let's see. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Dang it. That's not it. Do I even have an account? That's not it. Huh. Oh well. Let's see. I got a few accounts, so I don't even know. That's a made up name, so don't go try to think it's me. Yeah, so I don't know any of my passwords, evidently. Or I got caps lock on or something. Do I have caps lock on? No. How many passwords am I going to try? Wow, none of that works. Oh well. Anyway, you hit that message button and you just say, can I have some real pictures? I mean, I know I can get signed in on my main account. I mean, I don't know that, but hopefully we can. Yeah, something's wrong here. Unless I'm just stupid. I mean, that could be too. Unless, like, my keyboard's... Wow. Yeah, that's wild. Sorry. I don't know. I can't get logged in. Yeah, I do occasionally use my Google, but I don't necessarily... I mean, at least it'll have the password. At least we can get in. Good call. I should have checked chat a minute ago when I was having issues. But you just say, can I have some real pictures of the Alpha Hunter knife? And he'll send you some. Which brings me to another thing, Still Addicted. That reminds me, I watched your unboxing or your unpackaging this morning. And a good video, by the way, on the Kaiser. But one thing I noticed is, I know these northern guys think I sound country, but man, you even sound country to me. Like, like I didn't realize, like I'm quite sure that no words that end in ing have a G on them when you say them. Like this stuff on the back of the knife, this stuff right here on the back of a knife, this is not jimping, it's jimping. Does not have a G on the end. It's jimping. So for you northerners, this does not, I don't think any words that end in ing, Still Addicted, uses the G. He just skips the G, which is fine. I try to like overly correct sometimes. And like when I say, when I'm saying numbers on the phone, I don't say 9. I say 9 so that people don't ask me what I'm saying. 9. Jimping ain't easy. Jimping is not easy, Mr. Tommy. But yeah, good video, man. The October's a great knife. I've got the mini and that one that you unboxed. And I just thought it was funny that to a southerner, I know I sound hella country to these. Yeah, wash. Yeah, you got to go wash something, or you got to go build a far, FAR for fire, far. I try to like say a few words when I'm trying to talk on here, like jimping. I try to say the G because naturally I don't want to say it. Jimping, fixing. Like, do y'all know what fixing means? Fixing means I'm about to. Some of these northerners probably don't even know some of these words. Like I'm fixing to go or I'm fixing to be there. It means I'm about to be there. Not you're actually fixing something. Fixing. I'm fixing to pick up this knife. And I did. So yeah, if you didn't catch the beginning of the video, the reason these are on here is because these are 3 of the 22 that I'm selling. And then these are the 2 that I carried last night, 2 that I anodized. Niner. Boca Raton, Tommy. Talk about a weird state. You're from Newfoundland. You're from one of the only places, Gaming Sandal, that has a 30-minute time zone. So I bet I could have asked everybody in the chat if they thought that across the world every time zone was broken down by the hour. They would probably say yes. But in Newfoundland or Newfoundland, there's a 30-minute time zone, which is super weird. Like there's only a few of them across the world, and that's one of them. I had a buddy that lived up there. That's why I knew that. And he kept telling me the time, and it was always 30 minutes different than what it should be. And I was like, wait a minute, it can't be 30-minute different time zone. And sure enough, if you look it up on the internet, there are 30-minute time zones in a few places in the world. Gaming Sandals, yes. So you're minus 3:30 GMT. I'm minus 6 GMT here. As you can see in my post every day. Do you know a guy named Classified? A musician named Classified? Oh, I started to talk about Florida. Florida's a weird accent place because that's a bunch of northerners who moved to the south. And so there's some kind of hybrid talk down there. Florida's weird. Florida's weird altogether. It's a weird place. Yeah. Like the Canadian singer. Yeah. I just wondered if you'd heard of Classified. Wouldn't call him a singer, but call him a rapper, producer. He makes all his own beats and stuff too. He's super tight. In fact, I want y'all to hear something he did. Just because I think of how I want you to hear how super cool this is. It's and I guess I can play YouTube stuff because it's on YouTube and we're on YouTube. So Classified Beating It is the name of it. And I just want y'all to hear the beginning of this. So this is what a producer does. So he makes this beat live. Check this out. So he's making a beat live. Check this out. There's your kicks to clear. So he puts it all together now and listen to all this. He takes the sample and the beat and the hi-hat, the rim shot. And then we'll go back. Yeah, he said, I probably won't use this beat. Jordan, you want it? It's on YouTube, so I'm just in a reaction video. Let me pause. Yeah, and I can go back and delete it. Anyway, they've got the algorithms now where you can delete music out of your video. And if it's listed on YouTube, there's a fair use thing. But anyway, back to watches. Real quick, Still Addicted. Somebody sent a link. All right. I have not seen this watch probably. Oh, that's pretty cool. Time Vortex. Does it spin? I'm guessing it does. No. Oh yeah, that's super cool. Got a gold one too. So I got my I wanted to show y'all one thing. Um so the guy did I got the font, the Chinese guy that does the custom watch dials that I was talking about I wanted yesterday. He got the font done for my name for my custom watch face. Um and he had some like marine but anyway, it's not centered, and I told him about that. I was like, you got to get the CG centered on the 12 o'clock because I'll be pissed if you give me one that's off center. But anyway, I told him he's got to fix that, but I think they put extra space or something. But the one he sent me the mock-up of was that one, which is in a GMT. But so I bought an extra case for this one to put it in if I decide to, because it'll look good in that one, because you can see it looks good in that one. But yeah, for $80, so this watch right here is a $58 case that takes a Seiko NH35 movement. It comes with luminous hands and a sapphire crystal, and it's only $58 for this whole watch. So this is a great starter point if you want to make your own watch. So you can buy this watch and buy a new custom face like I did. So I could put that face right in this watch, and for $70, I'd have a custom watch. And it's got the exhibition back on it. Like I said, it's got the luminous hands and all that, folks. So if y'all are into watches at all, it's got lume. Yeah, that's for me. That's my name. And if you join the Discord, Tommy, there's a watch channel in there if you like watches, where I post good links for stuff. Like here's the Grand Seiko that I'm working on right now. I'm waiting on the hands and the chapter ring to come in. So I've got these hands coming in that are Grand Seiko hands, and I've got that chapter ring coming in because I'm trying to build a white birch Grand Seiko, and it needs that chapter ring because this one has a chapter ring, and the hands on it are like the ones I bought, as you can see. So I had to put some just temporary hands on it until my hands come in. They send me the wrong ones, and I don't like the chapter ring around this one, so I bought the chapter ring that matches the build, which is that one. But I built that one for $110, and this watch is $7,900. So no shame in my game. It's even got the GS on the stem the same way. So yeah, if you want to know how to join the Discord, just go to my YouTube channel, and at the top there's some links, and the Discord link is up there. There's my Instagram link and then the Discord link. And you can join right in. The link is right there on my YouTube. So, what else was talked about up there while I was Florida? Somebody said something about a new knife too, which is what we're here for. Sever 7 is still addicted. Said something about rust or something. What did I? Ed Tool was in there too. Oh, they were talking about a knife he sold, I guess. Yeah, Oh Canada's a cool song too. Bath Salts, Florida. Yep. All right, cool. I think we're caught up. Let's see. What else did I want to talk about today? I really do like that Civivi though. I like the blade shape. I like the skeleton version, and I like that one too. It's good to see that Spyderco's coming out with some button lock knives, button liner locks, compression lock. Sorry, they don't call them liner locks; they call them compression locks. But so I'm sure we'll start seeing that in some other models too. I mean, what about a button actuated shaman? Like, I might have to buy one if it comes out. I love the Cortex. I don't know why people are like getting rid of it. I mean, I guess it's all about their expectations of knives. You know, like they want every knife to be like perfectly drop shut, I guess. And the lock bar on this one, you have to reach. You know, it's a little bitty. The lock release, the nested liner. If you're not used to nested liners, then I mean, most all nested liners, and still addicted, you won't like it because you can't do your little drop. You can't drop it onto your finger and close it. So I doubt you'll like it. Yes, Tommy. AliExpress. Just go to AliExpress and type in knife thumb stud. I'll show you what comes up. But still addicted, I don't think you'll like it because of not being able to drop it on your finger. I would imagine it's pretty close to the OG too. It's got all the same internals and tuning, and so yeah, just go to AliExpress and type in knife thumb stud, and you'll see just all kinds of them. Like there'll be a ton for the Benchmade 535, the bug outs, but if you find one you like, maybe it's thumb studs with the S. One of the or maybe it's just thumb studs. I was looking the other day and it was easier to find them by typing in, but they're all over. And you can even get the quick ones, quick release. Like there's custom Damascus screws, and you can get everything. There's a couple of shops that deal in just knife parts, and I talked about them on one of the streams. Seek store is one of the best stores for that. So I would suggest you just go to this store right here. Whoops. Stupid preview keeps popping up. So this store right here, Seek, Tyeseek. They have every knife making part that you can think of, and including any kind of thumb studs, whatever. So if you go up here to the top, you go to products, and I was trying to find the category. Part for knives, ball bearings, pocket clips, screws, pendants. Okay, so that's handle material. Let's see, part for knives. Okay, that's not it. Pendant for knife? What? Oh, that must be like buckles. But Seek store is a great store. I'm trying to figure out where they have the thumb studs at. Mosaic rivets. View all products. All right, so there's some right there. But they have all different kinds of styles and colors. You can get anodized ones, and they're super cheap, $2 to $3. I was trying to see what category they would be under so we could see all of them, but if you just go on the Seek store, just go to AliExpress, you'll find a ton of them. Yeah, there's some more stainless steel ones. Titanium hardware for a pair of 3, knife scales, wood. They have everything there. See you later, TC Blades. I'll hit you up later today or tomorrow about Jed. Still addicted? Have fun, buddy. Let's go back to the desktop here. If you're looking for scales, I don't know if you were the same one that asked yesterday, but Etsy is a good place for scales. I don't know if it was for the Vision, then it was you we were talking about, but you just type in knife scales. You can get all the materials. You can get custom knife scales. You can get everything on Etsy. Whatever you want. There's even some for the Ozark trail knife. Yeah, there's the Vision FG ones I saw yesterday. And if you find somebody that makes a set that you like, go to their page, like this guy, and he'll have multiple ones. So look at all this, the VBFG ones he's got. The Vision scales. Crazy amount of them. Katana red coin. That's pretty cool. That's for the aluminum button lock. Oh, y'all can't even see it. Dang. Check out that Civivi Elementum scales. So this is what I was looking at, all the Civivi scales he's got for like the Elementums and the FG, the Vision. But if you find a set you like these for the Vision FG, go to the store name underneath the title there, and he'll probably have more. So these are all for the Vision FG, Vision FG, Vision FG, all those top 10, and then it goes to the Civivi Elementum button locks, the Crit, the Imperium. But a lot of these guys make a living from their Etsy stores, and they just make tons of different cool knife scales. Like this is for a SE Model 5. I mean, there's some pretty wild stuff on there. Some hand carved, laser etched. And day glow for your 80/20. Day glow 80/20. Not even sure. Or just, let's see. It's not a 20.5, it's a full size. Because I know Original Goat and Original Goat make a lot of, I think they do an 80/20. Let's see. Yeah, so they do titanium and aluminum for the 80/20 and all kinds of styles. I don't even know if I know, like day glow. It makes me think of a day gecko. But I don't even know if I've seen day glow scales for a knife. So we're yellow, basically. Neon yellow. Like something like that. Fuchs, have a good day at work, sir. Even though it's Monday. And thank you for give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And all right, so it might be 80/20, all one word, so it looks gay glow. Haha. That's what I would call them. Yeah, it's all one word. There we go. So they put the word all together. So let's go back to Etsy and see if day glow 80/20. Yep, not seeing any right off the bat. But I'm sure that one knife was what you're talking about. Although, oh, these are beads. Let's see. Yeah, that the 3D printer guys could do you some bright green ones. 80/20 3D printed scales. 20.5. It's going to be hard to find anything except the 20.5. A lot of people don't like the bigger version. I prefer the 80/20. And in fact, I've got a day glow 20.5 clone that I just put up yesterday in a package. See, there's the 3D printer guys can make you that color. And I bet one of these guys could make you a set if you messaged them. So like this KSF 3D printing, I bet you he would make one for you. If he is able to get the download. But he's got like Pyrite, Penguin, Rat 2. So I would hit him up. And you're not going to feel that much difference between that nice 3D printed ABS and G10. You can even print in carbon fiber. So they can use different materials. There's lots of good materials that they can 3D print in. I'm not sure what he's using for these, but probably ABS. Let's see what it says. It's PLA. I mean, it's still not bad material. It would feel close to G10, but yeah. Yeah, message that guy, man. He'll probably hook you up. You saw the channel name, right? KFS 3D printing on Etsy, or I think it was KFS. It might be KSF. But just type in 3D printed scales. Let me see if I can find that one. You can have this one for $10 if you want it. This one I'm about to show you. If you just want it for the time being, I'll send it to you for $10. I don't know where I put it, but I bet I can find it real quick. Hold on. Just a second. Got to be in this one. I told y'all I sorted my knives, but evidently I didn't do a great job but it's a one of one, and it doesn't have anything to go with it, so I don't really know where it's at, but seems like I've just about checked everything. Oh, I know where it's at. Hold on. It's in I believe it's in this case right here. I'm looking. See if this is the color you want, or close to the color you want. Oh, no, that's the wrong one again. Dang it. Where's the right one? I didn't get around to labeling some of these cases yet. I've got them sorted, but not labeled, so I'm having to open a bunch of cases. Give me just a second. I'll find it. All right. That's not it either, of course. Be the last one I go to. That's how it always is, isn't it? You go to a bunch of cases. Aha, here it is. So you can buy either one of these. This is the 80 20.5 I've got. It's a clone, but it's a drop point, and it's in the color you want. And you can have this one for $10 if you want it. It's a 20.5. Action's great on it, and it's the color you want. And then I happened to take my 80-20 clone and I anodized it a high voltage green. So if you want this titanium 80-20 clone, or this 20.5 lime green clone, you're welcome to them. I've got to sell some knives. That green is a hard color to get because it's got to be high voltage, but the steel on these is probably 9CR 18 MOV. There's no telling actually, but The 8020 is marked 3V, but it's probably not real 3V. Well, it's definitely not real 3V. And then this one is marked AUS 10, and it could be AUS 10. Yeah, email me. This one is full titanium with the green, and it's got even better action than the little one. I hate to get rid of it, but I will. Yeah, I don't. The only Demco I like right now at the moment is this one that I got the only one I really would carry is my I've got a bunch of cold steels, but not really this one that I got original goat scales on. My 8010. I don't like the 8015 because of the stupid gimmicky lock system on it, and it fails. I got this one for super cheap. I got this one for $89, and it's the good version. It's the S35VN version. I got this one for $89. Or no, I got it for $89, and then I paid $97 for these scales. So for like $180, I put this whole knife together with the S35VN. Can't beat that. Good morning, Shane WC. Yeah, the Triad lock is undisputed great lock. And I've got a ton of cold steels with that lock on them. But and they were designed by Demco, I guess. But he left the company before I bought mine, so I don't really consider them Demco, but I guess they are. So what else are we talking about today, guys? What else is going on in the knife world? It's only been an hour and 18 minutes. We got to go at least an hour and a half. Oh, all right, Shane. I see who you are now. Thank you. Thank you for hopping in. Oh, yeah, I had one more link I wanted to go over, and that was some new releases from, I wanted to go through a few of the new stuff that they just listed on Chicago Knife Works. I sorted the page by newest released, and of course, all the very newest were like $500 Microtechs, but on page 4, you started finally getting into some new knives that they've listed. So I wanted to look at a few of these. And since it's loading 19,000 knives, it takes it a second to load each page. But I sorted all their knives by the newest stuff out. Of course, all these new Microtechs, I probably need to jump down to like page 10 or something to even start at, but because there's 1,105 pages. So that's why it's taking a second to go between pages. But yeah, we probably need to jump like 3 pages at a time until we get into some regular knives. Like I said, I've got it sorted by latest added. Golly, we're still, okay, we're getting into a few now. Like the new Protex. Looks like there's a new little Sprint Protec. New Harrah's. Let's go a few more pages. I wanted to check out a few more new knives from here, because we looked at the Blade HQ new coming soon section already. Man, I can't. The other Kershaws, bunch of OTFs coming out, and autos. The Manual Heretic. Yeah. I want a double action out the side knife like the click. I really want a click. That one that Fred showed us was super nice. There's the Medusa Heretic. Um, Auto SBR. That one looks. Huh. That one looks nice. But I want to. What's the name of the brand? Tough. Yeah, tuck knives. Click. So I want to click. I could buy one right now. I should get one, but if y'all haven't seen the action on those, it's a double action, so you can use it like a standard flipper or auto. Super cool knife. Let's go look at a video real quick on it, so you can see what I'm talking about.
What is going on, everyone? This morning I am once again very excited for two reasons.
It's a little knife,
a very unique knife, and it's also a first for me. I've never owned anything from Touch Knives. I actually wasn't aware of them as designers up until maybe a week and a half ago, I think. It's a father and son duo designing this knife.
Yeah,
William
cool
is the father, Eric the son, designed this knife. Again, it's the Click. And when I say it's unique, if you guys haven't seen any of the postings on Instagram or maybe YouTube, this is a dual action knife. As a matter of fact, more specifically, it's a dual action scale. So you have multiple ways to deploy it. You can deploy it manually.
So you can regularly drop
close it. Here, I'll do it with my right hand first. I'll show you up close. You can see that on the right side, on the show side, there's a liner here. And then the scale on the outside. So if I pull the scale back just a little bit this way, it'll pop open as an auto. Very cool. And I got to tell you guys, I've done this maybe 200 to 300 times in the last day. You can see the tension there. And then if I want to go back to manual, it just pops right open. No delays, no tech issues, nothing. This thing has been clean. Just pops right open.
Yeah. More people need to make that locking system where you can use it as a
I've even realized now that I can,
flick.
as a matter of fact, that's why I'm not wearing a Band-Aid, sorry. You can see my nail is actually starting to grow back a little bit now, finally. But I wanted to be able to get some grip here because I can now even open it lefty as well without any issue. I thought it was going to be a bit cumbersome or a bit difficult, but it's actually quite easy once you get used to it. Just put some tension here with my right finger. And
you don't like it, drummer?
With the pointer finger. Pops right open. I could do this all day.
I don't like the choil either.
This is so satisfying. And the coolest thing is that once I close it, and that
I guess it's part of that locking mechanism is where it goes in there.
Open. No issues.
Yeah, he needs to do an XL version for sure.
Look at that belt satin finish. So well done.
Let's go look. Does anybody know right offhand of some other knives that have this same dual action auto? Everything is going to be an OTF. But they're called double action. Okay. Linder has got one. And then I think we looked at this one.
Here we are at Blade Show 2016 with Matt Disson, who's going to explain his new mechanism.
We have a rotary fired double action auto. It is titanium frame lock with M390 blade. Works like a
That's
regular
the size I need.
folding knife. And it's got a special trigger release where this button rotates. Put it in your hand, get it to fire.
All right,
You better
that's
do
pretty
that more than
cool.
once.
Okay. Do it slowly.
Yeah, I've got a whiskers.
Easy to fire. One-handed. Got an integral lock, carbon
I've
fiber
got a
clip,
whiskers, but it's not the same.
full titanium
'Cause
frame lock,
you can't just open
stainless
it.
steel insert.
It's locked
about
at
it.
all times.
Fun new knife.
One more time.
One
You
more
can't
time.
just use it like a regular frame
Joe
lock.
Parody at Diskin USA booth, Blade 2016. We are here with the new
No, it's
Diskin
not the
double
same.
action
It's locked
auto.
all the time.
It is a very limited production
think it's the
auto
same, but it's
that is
not.
only going to be done in
You
a
can't just
series
use
of
it like
about
a frame
68
lock.
knives.
I don't know if y'all can
It
hear
is
me.
engaged by a rotary
I've got one. I'm about to dig it out and
engagement.
show you.
That's how you engage the double action auto. Again, just a display. Thumb goes here. I'm holding with two hands. A simple rotation engages it.
So
Easy to do, one-handed.
this knife is locked all the time, so you can't open it. It's not dual action. The whiskers is not. This version is not. The two, it's only an auto. It does have the same kind of scales, but you can't just flip it open. You can't even pull the blade out. I mean, it's locked. I hand this knife to people and I ask them to open it a lot of times. Okay, well, maybe it is. I don't know how. Okay, the first one wasn't. Then this is the first one. The first one is locked up all the time. I mean, it's a cool knife, and like I hand it to people all the time and be like, I bet you can't open this. And they play with it and try to pull on it and yank on it, and but yeah, that rotary lock that we just looked at was super cool. I want to see the name of that one. Let's go back. The guy right here, Matt Diskin. Let's look him up. Let's see if one of them sold on Arizona rotary lock. It probably never came to market. Matt Diskin rotary. Can't type. All right, here it is. It's called the Wheel. So that one's 3.75 inch M390 auto and regular frame lock. So that's awesome. So it's called the Wheel. So let's go to Reddit and go to Knife Swap and see if the Wheel, Diskin Wheel, let me put in Diskin. Sort by that. Yeah, it looks like newest one was 6 years ago. And it's sold. I doubt the images are still here, but oh yeah, they are. It's kind of ugly. Yeah, it's kind of unfinished looking. I mean, it is probably handmade, so doesn't have a price on it either. I wonder what. Oh, it's sold for $750. Looks like. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're a little overpriced, but I do like some huge knives from P&P. I would rather have what I've got in the large knife category, which is these two big bad boys. Let's see where they at. Different case. All right, I think they're in this case right here. So I like both of these, which are kind of my version. It's if you want a P&P, just get a Migron, Get On, or Arma XL, because I don't know if you can tell how giant these are, but they're pretty dang big. The Arma XL, pretty big, and then the Get On is even a little thicker. But these both have DLC. And of course, you can't help but get a drop shut blade when it weighs 2 pounds. And actually, these have some of the best milling. So, Ed, yeah, we'll set up some photographs. These have milling, and they weigh so, like, the internals of the scales are milled, and even, I mean, they're milled out, but the inside of the scales are even milled. Like, it's some of the most crazy, like, quality control. Let me send a picture over to the Discord of the internals. But they did decorative milling on the inside of these knives where nobody's ever going to see it. And there was no point in it other than just taking pride in what they do. And I've shown it before, but let me show it again because I just want you to see the quality of this. All right, here they are. Share to Discord in the knife picks, send. Oh, they're too big. Dang it. All right. Send to Gmail. Boom. Send to Gmail. Boom. All right. Check these out. Like, check out this quality control. I was so impressed when I took them apart and saw this. I was like, and this is why they weigh so much less than the P&P knives. So they did internal milling on the weight reduction pockets on these knives. Down to the point of even putting little edges around the decorative milling. So that's the Arma. And then this is the Get On. And they did it on both of them. Like, and so when you go to the weight and you look at the equally sized, they're about exactly the same size as the P&P Alpha. Or Alpha, like, they're 9 inches long. Yeah, they're the same size. The Get On is the same size, half the price, and the weight is way less. So this thing weighs like 17 ounces, if I remember right, and the Get On weighs 11 ounces. So it's a 50%, those milled pockets, yeah, so 16.68 ounces compared to like 11 ounces on the Get On. And they're basically the same size knife. Yes, they're available to buy right now. You go to Migron.com, MigronKnives.com. And new arrivals. There's the Arma XL and there's the Get On. I got M390. Got awesome milling. 9.25 inches long, 4.13 inch blade on the Get On, and the Arma XL is a 4.03 inch blade and 9.2 instead of 9.25. But they're half the price, better milling, in my opinion, and look better, in my opinion. I mean, the PMP just doesn't impress me. They don't have this nice milling pattern, and I mean, these are beasts of knives. So if that's what you're wanting, and Migron also has, so they have just some other knives that like here's the regular Arma. So this is still big. Yeah, they look better, but you can see the Arma XL is quite a bit longer. The blades are about exactly the same, actually. It's just more body and width. If you like overbuilt, then these are the knives for you. And they even have a regular knife called the Prayer. That's an overbuilt titanium knife. Now, it's not much thicker than, it's probably thinner than the 8010. It's thinner than the 8010, but it's the same length as the Arma XL. And this one's called the Prayer, Preyer. And look at the compound grind on that blade. It's got a super cool grind. This is an older model that they make with some nice milling on it. So if you do like overbuilt knives, that's another one. And of course, they have quite a few knives, but like this size. This is the Gladiator and the Glear. So this is the Glear and the Gladiator, and they just have different blade shapes, but they have Migron makes some great knives. The Moyarl is one of their but they have some great like front flippers. Yeah, they're all titanium. They have some great, a little bit larger knives. And the Moyarl is one of the, a lot of people's favorite knife once they get it. The milling on them is just excellent. And the whole shape of this one is just awesome. Like, cannot beat this knife. Sam, the guy that owns Migron, he started out making clones. And the Migron Vane is their crossbar lock knife, and it's one of the best crossbar lock knives you can buy too. And it's got the same good milling, satin, good finish on the blades. But Sam, the guy that started Migron, he started out making Sammy Ear was his brand of the clones, and then he went legit and started Migron, and that's where a lot of people have a lot of his older Sammy Ear clones that were great, but he just developed the skills by making those clones, and then he went into, but they have all kinds of different knives, different sizes, but their blade grinds are sick. Milling is sick. They have a lot of great front flippers. I These are the Eckery and the Ackery. And then if you want some, Kaiser makes a couple of big ones like the GPB1, John Gray, and the SLT he made for Kaiser. And then they have like the big Critical, Kaiser Critical. That's another big boy, Kaiser. This is a Christensen design, Critical. This actual knife was owned by Jason Grant, who made the gripper, and I believe he sent it to Way of Knife to have this anno done. It's got a different pattern than I've seen, and super. I don't usually like Pride knives like this. I said Pride knife. It's the best I can say. Yeah, that's what me and my buddy were talking about. It was just here a minute ago. We're talking about on Reddit. Was the Critical. And one of my Laconico is one of my favorite designers, and I got lucky enough to get a prototype Intrepid that Lacano made for Kaiser. And this came from Way of Knife also. They owned it. I don't know how they got it, but this is a prototype before Kaiser even named it. And it's just called the Laconico TBD, to be determined. And so I don't know. I just like it because it's a prototype. So I don't even know if the heat treat's done good on it or if it's really got S35V in steel. I don't really care because I love the knife and I love the fact that it's not called the Intrepid. It's called the Laconico TBD. No, none of these are for sale. This Kaiser's not. Yeah. Get him, drummer. I'm just kidding. Got a Nick V2 in here. Well, guys, it's been an hour and 45 minutes. Drummer, you're awesome, man. I appreciate you being here a minute early every day. I can count on you like my watch. Right at 7:59, you must have an alarm set or something, man. It's awesome. At 7:59, I see you pop in and say good morning, and makes my day. Yeah, you can buy the blue Rook. I anode it myself. It would be for sale. It is for sale. Yep, great little knife. 154 cm. It's hard to find anymore new. I anode it and then I sanded the flats where they have a little silver line just on the edge of all these little grooves, so it gives it a little more. Shane, yeah, I'll hit you up on Reddit. And if any of the rest of y'all need me, please, with any questions, anything you've seen, Scott, appreciate you, man. Any of y'all ever need me, please don't hesitate to hit me up in the email, bladealchemy4u@gmail.com. And I'm not going to, y'all know I never just instantly leave. I've always got to wind down, but we'll start saying our byes now. Been working all night and kind of tired, so. But I hope y'all have a great Monday, especially if you work Monday through Friday. I know how Mondays can be. We'll be back again tomorrow morning, something different. Try to come up with some more topics and some new knives, and then Thursday do some more learning. Some Keep It Scale Stupid. Appreciate you. Thank you for commenting on my videos, Mr. Keep It Scale Stupid. Still don't know why your comments don't show up. Like, so weird. But I go read them. I go find them because it says one comment and it's hidden. And I have to go to like new comments or something to find yours. But I try to read them all. Appreciate it. Appreciate all y'all. Wouldn't be what it is without y'all, for sure. Let's see. Anything else I need to close with? I don't think so. I think we're good. Next few days, I'm going to be listing a bunch of knives for sale in the Discord. Once again, if you haven't joined the Discord, just go to my YouTube page, and there's 2 links at the top. My Instagram and the Discord link. You just go up here, and at the top it says Instagram and one more link, and you click on that, and it shows the Discord. You can join it from a web browser, or you can download the Discord app. But we got a buy, sell, trade section on there. We got a place for knife picks, a general chat, talk about watches in there some. It's a cool place for all of us to hang out whenever the videos aren't going on. So I try to highly suggest people join the Discord. Anyway, guys, it's been a good one. See y'all tomorrow morning, 8 a.m.